CJ Doom family. After the last My GM video over the Bucks, you guys have been clamoring for more. We'll load up the My GM here and you see 2027. Unbelievable. This is past where we are in real life. And you see it as the NBA draft.
We're in the off season, gentlemen.
We'll update you a little bit on last season. Standings are a little bit messed up here, but look at the power rankings wise. The Milwaukee Bucks, 71 win season. The first 70-win season of this rebuild. The single best season that we've had. Right
you guys
here.
have missed a lot. We were... I mean, I don't know if we showed you guys this page before.
Last time we talked to you guys, we're
coming off the...
We just
Spurs,
hit the 5-peat.
The 5-peat.
Right?
I believe it was either the 4 or the 5-peat. It might have been the 4-peat.
I think it was the 4, the first. Yeah, it was.
So there's been 6, 7 seasons, no pun intended there, since the last video.
So, at the time of you guys seeing that video, the Milwaukee Bucks were a completely different team. We had the core foundation, we had it built, and, you know, we had no signs of slowing down. You saw Abe Goodman, he was the man.
And don't look too ahead here to this guy right here, Keith Huffman, and ask yourself, who is this guy? What are we missing out on? We'll get there. We'll get there. You knew the core 4 of Abe Goodman, Larry Booker, Rodney, Mo Blunt, the 4 starters.
After that season you guys saw, we went to the finals
Williams
again.
As well.
Traded for Gene Brewer. I believe you guys saw that. That season after, we finally had Larry Booker, Finals MVP.
Went out and beat a pretty good Pelicans team with Drew Holiday, AD still.
Terry Evans.
They were solid. Very solid team.
And then unfortunately, in this very next season, we were bounced in the first round by the Indiana Pacers. Don't know what it was, just this wasn't our best season.
Don't know if egos got in the way. Don't know if just some bad luck, but a first round exit nonetheless.
But we come back in the next season against a former opponent, the Trailblazers. We sweep them for a second time. And then this is where the roster starts looking a lot different. Right here, these last few years.
And you see this 4-peat. A lot to do with getting some of these next guys.
And right here, it was still pretty similar.
Was signing LeBron to a veteran deal to get draft picks to build within was what we did. You know, Jacob told LeBron, and he was interested. He wanted to come over and lead a youthful team, maybe get one more ring before his legacy was all said and done. We got him. We traded him.
And then we swerved him again.
And we told him again, hey, LeBron, come over. So the first time, I don't know if I got this in order, but he was traded to both the Sixers and the Hawks.
The Hawks the first time, and then the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
Retired with the Sixers after we traded him the second time. And then we went out and got Dwight Howard. Traded him back to the Magic, I believe. Respect for Dwight Howard.
We have owned the Trailblazers in the finals 3 different times. We beat the Pelicans 2 different times as well.
You see the Suns are a tough matchup. They've been pretty solid over these many years. Built a solid roster. The Golden State Warriors, you see here in the last 2 seasons, built a solid roster. This season as well, you don't see the Bucks in the finals. Bounced first round by our rival, the Washington Wizards.
Mm-hmm. And the year that they finally get the Bucks, they don't even make the finals.
It was unfortunate. You see the Hall of Fame, and you got every legend of our era right here going away, and it's unfortunate.
We'll go back down there. We'll start with some of those guys early. Steve Nash, Ray Allen. You see Dirk there. When you guys were last with us, Brad Stevens was the head coach with Dirk Nowitzki, I believe, as the assistant. I do not think, or it might have been Chauncey at the time. If it was Chauncey, we then got Dirk. If it was already Dirk, Dirk was promoted to the head coach the year after.
Brad said he wanted to groom a coach in, and he did just that.
Brad did his time. He did a great job. Dirk got the job.
The season right that we lost in the first round to the Pacers, Dirk became the head coach.
Mm-hmm. And now Dirk, he's not with us anymore. After we lost to the Wizards. So we'll show you guys that here.
Our current staff is Steve Nash as the head coach, with CP3,
Chris Paul as the
2 basketball whizzes. And they just led that 70-win season. We're about to show you guys a little bit of the roster.
Mm-hmm.
So,
as you see, not a single guy left outside of when this offseason is done. Mo Blunt and Rodney are still a part of this team with contract extensions.
And they might be retired after this season. They're, I believe, 36.
Mm-hmm. Lifetime Bucks. These guys have poured their heart and soul into this organization.
So you see this guy here, Keith Huffman. You saw many accolades from him there. 2021, he was a rookie. And we'll show you guys the award history. He was not the rookie of the year, but he did become a 6th man of the year later in his career before he blossomed into the starter. We let Rodney kind of be the starter over him for a while, and just let Keith be the spark plug off the bench. He's a 2-time MVP, 3-time Finals MVP.
So
first team All-NBA.
That last video, he was drafted either the year he was a rookie the year of the Pacers first round exit or the year after.
And they told us he was the first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to get this guy. And groom him into the next star.
2 MVPs also in both years where he wasn't an all-star, Keith Huffman. So an oddity to see that.
This team is still built through the draft and trades, family. I mean, most of these guys were Bucks through the draft, but a lot of these guys we've been picking up.
Doing it the same way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We've been looking around the league, and the younger talent, we've been getting kind of screwed with this draft selections. Money has been tight over these many years. We've had to pay a lot of guys. So
And
we've
that's why
been.
you don't see Larry Booker or Abe Goodman on this
Mhm.
roster anymore.
Abe was the first guy to go. Wanted to act like a
Did not want to
fool,
re-sign.
and he left in free agency. Larry Booker, he got his head over his heels, and we had to get him out of there at the perfect time. And
Hmm
is that when we got?
It was the season after we got Daniel Justice. We
Okay,
had
yep,
uh, we had what's his face, the forward Gardner,
yep. Darren Gardner. We, like I said,
because we
family, we've
traded.
made moves to keep this team
Mhm.
relevant and to keep winning over these years.
We'll fill you guys in here. So the thing behind Abe was seeing Ricky Columbus at the PG
Right here.
spot. He thought maybe this guy, the higher ups in the front office and the coaching staff thought this guy's time was coming. And Abe just hightailed it out of there to a place where he was the league leader in minutes and on the New Orleans Pelicans. And then before we even played a game after the ensuing off season, Larry Booker had a feud with the front office, was upset because Jacob had stated that Keith Huffman was going to be um,
The
the
future.
face of the Bucks. He was the future. They were going to build around him. Um, and with the fouling history of Larry Booker, we went out and traded him to the Trailblazers for Mr. Bosanjak. You see right there. We traded Larry Booker and the center Martin Banks that we got from the draft for Bosanjak and Kirk Green. So this Bosanjak guy was picked in the draft where we got Martin Banks. Um, and then, we
Green.
traded Kurt Green to get Mr. Gardner, who filled in the forward
But
spot a
they saw
year.
Kurt Green, right?
What'd you say?
They saw Kurt Green, didn't they? They should have.
I think so. Where is he?
I think he's a free agent, maybe.
I think he is. But anyways, we traded Kurt Green for Mr. Gardner, who was the forward on the bounce back finals team. Um,
I
I guess
believe
we
you
were
guys might
already
have seen
one-time
Darren
champ.
Gardner as well.
Hmm
But we had to keep
But
ourselves relevant in a
hmm
place where moves had to be made. It happens every couple of years. Moves have to be made.
and that was that.
Bosanjak here, he's been a great center for us.
Mhm. And he was in that draft with Martin Banks.
We let him progress here on the
Was
Trailblazers,
was
and
a
now
guy that
here
Jacob always had his eye on.
he can do it all. He's got 80 and everything. He's got 90 and a few stats that you want to see.
And he may never be a 90 plus overall, but under Mo Blunt's tutelage, just playing the role here with all these stars around him, he's been
Mm,
great.
our stars are, the guards and the SF. The center
We'll
and the
go
power
down here
forward. These
to
guys just do great work.
Eugene Goodrich, this power forward that we just got. We have not had Derek Williams for a while now. Um, but
Last season that
this
we
is
just lost, we had this guy Dylan, and I knew we needed an improvement at the starting PF position at least.
mhm.
He's a great piece, but off the bench, I feel like. So we went out and got Goodrich there. Because we had
And I believe
this guy right here,
Gene
Norm Law.
Norm Law.
We got rid of Norm
I
Law.
believe I believe Gene was traded for the pick that it turn into um, Daniel Justice. I believe was how we got the pick. Then we traded that pick.
Yep, yeah. There's a lot of moves made in family to acquire this current roster. Jacob's been all over the league still.
Mm. But the
and what
thing
you're
you
about
see
to see.
between this roster, with Justice and Huffman at the top, are guys that are on the All NBA teams, MVPs. You didn't see that when we had the core four. You were barely seeing All-Star appearances between Abe and Larry. And not to say those guys weren't as good. These guys are excellent players, but was it an all-around team then? Um, Abe and Larry have made All-Star games since then, whether they were with us or on their new teams. But these guys right here have been, some of the first players to win the MVP in a Bucks uniform, under Jacob.
Two of the best, by far. I mean, Ricky Columbus, he's just been a great piece to the team, but these guys right here, multiple time MVPs, finals MVPs. And we'll show you a little bit around the league real quick before we get into the real business, family.
We'll get into the off season and we'll show you a little around the league history as well because it has been such a long GM. Show you some MVPs, some rookie of the years, but we'll tell you guys a little in depth about some of these teams and how they have progressed throughout since the last time we talked.
76ers, just been running the mill, never done too much.
The Sixers have been a great trade target to get draft picks. They fed us a lot of picks that we've either used for ourselves or turned into better picks.
They make bad selections with their own picks. There's a bad team, the Bobcats. I scouted this guy for a while, but he's not really anything.
Bobcats have had about one season. They played us in the conference finals, and that was about it that I can remember.
They've been nothing, really. The Bulls, wow, this team is depleted. They've had Nerlens Noel for the longest time.
We are showing you guys pre-free agency rosters here, so don't know how these teams will fill out. Some solid players are in the playoffs or in the free agent market.
I think it's honestly a pretty weak free agent class if I remember correctly. I think an 89 might have been the highest. So we were at the Cavs. The Cavs have been a pretty consistently good team over many years, making good picks with their own picks and also making good acquisitions.
They were led by Anthony Bennett for a long time. He's been great in the sim. Andrew Bynum was a great big man in the sim.
Kyrie was great. And they've just been, good playoff team. The Boston Celtics. I believe you guys saw this guy, Clayton Adrian. Been holding it down for Boston.
Since the last time we've talked. I mean, this guy's loyal to Boston. Been an all-star almost every year. Maybe every year he's been in the league.
10 years. I mean, 10. Wow.
13 years pro, so 3 years.
Yeah. He's been really good first team All-NBA. He's been carrying this Boston team.
No signs of
regression
at 32. I mean, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer in this sim. A guy that we would love to have had, but we've had.
But you can't get everyone. There's a lot of talent in this league, family. You are about to see.
Clayton Adrian has done it the right way as well, being loyal to the Celtics. They have not been good. We've never
rarely made the playoffs. The Clippers, last time you seen, I believe, had Russ and CP3. They've been terrible since. They've been
they were
bottom of the conference every time.
With those two guys, I believe. Just abysmal. GM over there.
Really bad. This guy Scott Kennedy has been okay, actually, but he's getting older.
They have been the worst team in the West. They're the Sixers of the West.
The Grizzlies have Gene Brewer.
And there's that trade right there.
He was a great piece for us, but Just wasn't a for lifer like Mo Blunt and
Career
Rodney.
double-digit score. Weird to see him in the #1 role.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bad Grizzlies team, a team that has also never been good.
This guy Marshall Underwood, we had him. He's been putting in heavy minutes for them. Most improved player. Again, Norm Law, Fook Him. He does not produce. It looks like he might now at this point in his career, but with the way that he was on our team, he was not going to get better offensively with how many touches he was getting here in Atlanta with the #1 option. He might be okay. They've been a decent team over the sim. They've had many players. They've drafted pretty well. Herbert Haywood here has been a monster.
Has led the league in rebounds a lot.
But that's about it, really, of note for the Heat. We matched up with them in the conference finals and swept them.
They've had Blake Griffin, a couple other players. Really not much worth noting for them.
The Jazz have this guy, which I didn't even know existed, Jerry Weber. Looks like he was drafted in 24. He just had huge progression. Really solid. I mean, and they've been a solid team.
They've taken. He's kind of taken the reins since KD left. KD played his last couple years on the Nuggets. As you guys saw, went out as a champion on the Jazz, and then lost his last. I believe was it that his final year was in the finals against us.
Yeah.
Went out, you know, at least fighting. Stole one game.
With a big night, but you can't win them all against this Bucks team. The Kings here, Bola. I'm honestly glad we did not get this guy. I don't really think he's gonna be the man over the next many years. He's really good. He's incredible, honestly, but we don't have room for every single star in the league.
We got Pena there as well.
We had Pena. Great double-digit scorer guy. Seems his role is cut down here in Sacramento, but
the Kings family, they've had a bit of an up and down in this sim.
Yeah.
Pretty decent when they had Boogie,
and then he got old.
Boogie era now.
It looks like now the rebuild is starting.
You know, looks like it could be a definite playoff team.
They had this guy Terry by himself for a long time. And he's old, but Bola might be able to carry this team. With here Ernest Starks. Wow, big trade from Brooklyn. Trent Mills, Finals MVP. He's been a really, really good power forward over this time for the Knicks, and in the season where the Bucks got taken out, he was the one who was able to boost his legacy, and he'll probably be a Hall of Famer. Really good resume for Trent.
9-time consecutive All-Star and counting.
They're still building young too. They got Ike Ufolabi.
That is not Cade Cunningham down their family line. That is Casey Cunningham.
Clay Cunningham. The Lakers were good recently. This Tony May guy. And they got Ramon Alvarado. I think they had some other pieces around these guys, but
had Al Jeff until his retirement as well.
They were really bad for a while.
Al Jeff.
But they made the conference finals.
Post Kobe era, they were god awful.
Terrible.
For a long time.
Till they got Tony and Ramon with the first pick here. That was a turnaround for their organization, but haven't done much since. The Magic have been bad.
The Magic didn't do anything with LeBron. I believe they matched up with us one time in the conference finals. You know, tough to do anything with how we were building teams in the East, but truly they underachieved with LeBron.
Yeah,
they had
terribly.
a bad team around them. The Mavs here.
So this Russ Gardner guy.
And a team that is starting to rebuild. There was a point in time where this Mavs team was, I don't know if it was something in the front office, but the morale between every single person was down 8 to 10. They had Dwight Howard. They just had guys that wanted out.
It was
Even
awful.
The talent wanted out. It was, you know, one of the first I've ever seen. Sidney Morris there as well, a guy that old for one of the first drafts. Has been around the block.
Really consistent over his career.
Former NBA slam dunk champion Sidney Morris.
Three-time All-Star. Solid career. Edwin Moss.
Starting to regress, but this guy, the 5'9" build, he's been an MVP. He's been with Brooklyn his whole career. A first ballot, maybe not first ballot, but this guy is a Hall of Famer. To do what he's done at 5'9",
definitely a Hall of Famer.
Stuff.
The long wingspan, definitely a Hall of Famer. But other than that, they have not been too good. He tried carrying this team for as long as possible. I believe we matched up with them in the conference finals, but he can't do it all. The Nuggets.
They've been an interesting team.
Yeah,
I haven't really seen a lot.
I haven't seen a lot at all.
Re-signed Melo in his last couple years. They had KD for a year at the end, I believe. Or maybe it was Melo and KD went somewhere else, but just a bad team. And Abe, there is Abe, gentlemen. Abe went to the Pelicans and matched up with us one time in the finals. Was the league leader in minutes, potentially both times there with 38. But you know, his legacy was built being on the Bucks. He's been an all-star outside of the Bucks, and first team All-NBA as well. Got some of his All-NBA team selections being
putting all the minutes in the world in for the Pelicans.
But he's nearing the peak. 35. He's probably got 2 to 3 good years left in him. You know, our respect for Abe, it's there, but it has been lost with how it went down with him just, you know, I mean, just Irish goodbye-ing us.
Ricky Columbus has just been the perfect guy. He doesn't want to be the star.
And, you know, there was times where Abe, he could have, you know, lost some of those finals MVPs to Derek Williams. But,
for sure, especially the very first one.
You know,
this Pelicans team after the fall off.
And Abe did join that Pelicans team that still had Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis. So that is kind of why they matched up with us one time in the finals. They were perennial playoff team, made the conference finals 2 of the 3 years Abe was there. But now they're in full rebuild mode with a couple guys at the top.
Yeah, good future ahead, possibly. The Pistons have Darren Gardner. This was our guy for a year.
The guy that was with us for, right around a year, half a year. Or a full year. He was there the full year. So we traded him early. But he was good. He was great. Probably
bounced around the league.
We honestly would have kept him longer if Daniel Justice was not that first pick. I mean, if that was kind of the telling that we needed. Once we saw that, we knew what we were going with. And Darren, we thank you for the time. You know, he was a great role player around some of those guys, and was still a pretty high overall. But yeah, didn't know he was on the Pistons now.
Me neither. I knew he was on Houston for a bit, obviously. They were good for a little bit, but not good now. The Raptors are finally turning out.
Some names there that might sound familiar. Rolando Stone to you guys.
Wow.
Been there for 9 years.
Not really good career. This guy, though, big jump.
Mm-hmm.
Really solid. Brett Simmons has been solid.
And family, the Raptors have been over the last couple years one of the worst
Really
teams in the
bad.
league. They got Brad Moss there. Looks like they're trying to build, but there was a time where they were, I mean, 98% going to get a first pick, and they fell to like third or fourth, and just they have been really bad, to say the least. Howard Fields here. Um, the Rockets, you know, they're the ones that started this. Um, they started this dynasty for the Bucks. You know, left that sour taste in the Bucks' mouth for beating us the first time. But since losing
I remember
James,
scouting this guy. They've been in rebuild mode for sure. They had Darren for a year.
mm-hmm, I mean, since losing James, they lost to White a year after winning. Um, haven't really seen them do too much
Just
in the
kind of been.
playoffs. But they haven't been bad, terrible either. They've been just settling in that, fifth to sixth, and sixth to 12th spot in the West.
Spurs are
The Spurs
totally ransacked after being really good still for a long time.
Had Kyrie and Kawhi, three-time MVP Kyrie for the Spurs. Really just capped off his Hall of Fame career on the Spurs. Never got to win a ring because of the Bucks, but
we played
us
them
a couple times.
They had Kyrie. They had this guy Lonnie Bernard. They had a good team. Right here. Never knew about this guy, but it looks like he's been the man over his career. Gerald Gooden. Really good power forward.
Mm-hmm. Now it looks like they have Trey Burke as well. A guy that potentially has a Hall of Fame accolade. He does have the ring with the Jazz. Maybe not Hall of Fame, but a great career. I mean, 16 years to accomplish that.
They've been really solid.
Very good for a low market team. I mean, you guys saw, unless if you didn't, we can go back, but we have played them at least twice in the finals from what I can remember.
This is a little bit worse of a team than recently, but I think some of their guys are in free agency. Rudy Osborne here, great power forward for the Thunder. There's been a lot of big
3 of the 4 years.
Power forwards and centers drafted later in the rounds that have been blossoming.
And this is not a Thunder team that you can hate with the SGAs and everything. They have they were bad for a long time. You know, they lost KD, Russ. They were just decent. Never really made a push with just Russ, and then they lost Russ, and they were bad. Then they finally got a nice pick to follow their way here with Rudy, and he's been great as Rookie of the Year. You saw the 3 All-Stars. He's their cornerstone now going into the future, still at a young age.
Still have an older Drummond, and they're maybe hoping to get more picks. The T-Wolves were good for a long time, but are now really bad.
A team that we played in the finals and took advantage of, which was in the last video. We did tell you guys about that. It has been that long since we played the Timberwolves, but, they had the core then. Obviously, Kevin Love gone. Ricky Rubio was a great player in the sim. Don't know if he's still playing or not, but
I do not believe so. We told you guys about this earlier. Larry Booker,
Been
we had
with the
Martin
Trailblazers
Banks.
ever since we traded them.
That's why we played
Guy's
them a
led them
few
to win
times in the finals. Dame was great until he retired.
They also had Steph Curry for a good portion of that. Steph.
This Warriors
Thomas
team right
Robinson
here.
as well, who you just beat in
Dominant.
the finals, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They've gone to back and lost to the Knicks and then us. Leroy Swift, 30 years of age. He's been a great player.
They got this Samuels guy a while ago, and he was really good, but it seems his role's been taken over by Gallagher. Chambers has been really good. And then the Wizards.
Dallas downfall.
Bradley Beal, punk ass, made all defense. They've been shitty.
Soon, Bradley Beal. But we'll show you guys a little bit of the league history here, then we'll make the second half of this video on this off season. So you see here, since the last time the KD was the reigning MVP, I believe, and that Jazz. You got Kyrie 3 times with KD, Edwin, and then you see this. It's been full Bucks takeover. 4 Bucks MVPs in a row. Back to
from
back
our guys.
Keith, back to back from Daniel. And Keith, he's capped off. That's not going to be Daniel's last MVP. I will tell you guys that. That guy, he's a stud.
Rookie of the year. It was Abe, it was Larry, and then it was Maurice Wentz. Trenton Mills, the guy who, did it for the Knicks. Lyle Mercer, never heard much about him. Stanley, we saw him. Sweetney, I believe he's on the Cavs now, I think it was. Brett Simmons still on the Raptors. Bozenjack, this is why we traded for him. We saw his progression, and it was amazing. Kobe Adams.
Not much about him.
Yeah, Rudy Osborne, though, we saw beast. Daniel Justice, and then this guy's on the Raptors now. He was a solid scorer. I scouted him a little bit. Whoops. 6-man. Doesn't really matter as much, but we had the 6-man for a long time. Saw Edwin was.
We were blossoming. I mean, we would go 9 to 10 deep all year, thin it down to 8, and come some certain playoff series. But that's kind of how some of the stars have developed, was being our 6th man. As you see here, the DPOY and Nerlens Noel has made a statement for being the greatest defender of all time.
9 times.
I mean, an unprecedented 6 in a row.
Most improved player, Jimmer, Anthony Randolph.
Marshall Underwood, a guy we had.
Some of these guys have been decent over.
Harry Chapman twice, apparently. Don't know how you can improve, then regress in one season, and then be improved again. But he did that.
Yeah, those are the awards, really.
Is there a way you can look at all-time, like records, like see who, like all-time point scores? Is there any, like a list, or does it not show a list?
I don't think there's a list.
Kareem, then there at the points.
Yeah.
But Klay Thompson broke the 3-point record.
Wow.
It's pretty cool to see. No one else has done anything since, but thought Kyrie definitely with the scoring got himself into a top 10. Um, Not a lot of records
Yeah, I don't
broken
think.
though.
I guess
This
we
this
can't
has
really.
been an era, gentlemen, where defense has just kept evolving. And the offense has evolved as well, but not in the modern time. You know, this defense in this is still a stingy '90s, early 2000s defense. Um, there's been many years where we've pitched a 90-point opponent's points per game season.
In that 71 win season, we held opponents to 89. It was the best defense we have ever had, and the best team we have ever had. But unfortunately, CJ Doom family, a lot of moves have to be made, and we're going to take it to the prospect scouting here. We got a few guys that we're thinking about going after here. Willard Hayes and Conrad Sykes here.
Mm-hmm.
These guys look like they could be the future of the Milwaukee Bucks. 19 years old and 20 years old. That's a lot of years to develop, and Willard has an A+ potential. Sykes has an A, and he looks like he's just going to be really good off the bat. So, unfortunately, what we're going to have to do is trade
Replace Jack
and
and Goodrich.
Goodrich. So that's what we're going to do right now. There he is, Sweetney.
Who ended up getting the first pick?
Um, it was the second there was the Spurs. Third is the Blazers. The Sixers. Let's see what the Sixers would take. And no, we're not going to make any of these moves here. The third, that's the earliest we would go. Eugene Goodrich straight up.
Right there. Mm-hmm. And that is one domino right there we could have fall. May see if we can get that second pick potentially.
Yeah, possibly Boston. And if we're getting that much out of Goodrich, then we want more out of Boston.
We don't want to show you guys too much of our magic here, but you know, these are moves we can make, like right there.
So we'll make this move. We'll get this third pick, and we'll go with Willard. We don't need to bother with this right now. And then we'll just put Bosniak in the trade finder.
I don't really know why the game wants us to trade pick 3 there, but
what do you think here? Like, I think the third pick we can get Willard for sure, but
Sykes and Lotto, I would try and go to like who has the 6th pick, maybe the 6 through 8 region, 6 through 9. and just see what you can get offered. Maybe even fifth. Go look at fifth right back there and see maybe if
Grizz.
the Grizzlies will take.
Not Boston.
We don't want it. Seventh
7.
pick. We can try that. Come on, gentlemen.
So we can get the 8th for Buzz and Jack, but not anything else? We're not giving up McMillan either.
Could do that to get the second and move up. Get rid of Singletary. Just to have the definite.
Perfectly fine
Those
with
guys
that.
want Louis Singletary that bad, but we got the second pick. Could try and spam to see what we can get on like the each pick. See if it ever changes between Boz and Jack. But we know we can get the 8th.
There's the 6th.
Wow, that might be the move. We know we can get the 6th.
Indiana Pacers, our rival.
I think for sure we can get Sykes to fall into that 6th spot. And Cliff McCarty here can be Luis Singletary's replacement, I guess, on the bench and not play a single minute. But there we go. We've got our picks.
And here's the NBA draft, family.
Adam Silver, still the commissioner, doing his due diligence here at the NBA draft.
This is big, family. This is about the future. And those are big moves that we just made. And if they don't pan out here, then we're going to have to see what happens here at the Bucks. They just selected Willard Hayes. Are you serious?
Wow. We have to see if we can trade that pick. What we can do is see. I mean, that's. Would they take anybody for Willard Hayes? Wow. I mean, that was unprecedented. 78 overall. Maybe not as high as we thought, but.
A 19 with an A+ potential.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do anything now, but
Getting somebody good here could really, like Anderson. We got to make the correct one where we can maybe go piece for piece. Or Larson being at the same position.
I honestly
Not too sure
I
what
think
the
we get best
Sixers need a
available
lot.
here with Anderson.
Mm-hmm. We got to be safe here.
Oh, the Sixers, man, fucking bastards. We're gonna make a draft night trade, and after this, we're gonna trade them.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna trade them Anderson at some point here, family. We will end up with Willard Hayes before the season, family.
You guys will not see Mr. Anderson suiting up in a Bucks uniform. Clippers.
And they just selected Sykes.
Wow. I
So,
mean,
family.
who would have thought this was going to happen? The Heat want to call here. Mm.
A plus potential PG right here.
A overall, he might be pretty good to start. Could be a big draft selection.
So we're gonna make some trades, family, and we're gonna swap these teams around and
Mm-hmm.
and
I may have to pick up back with you guys once we're done with these.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna go to the end of the draft here, and we're gonna come back at you guys once this these before these rookies even get signed to their team. You know, the Bucks are already making calls. So
This was never before seen. It feels like the other 29 GMs in the league are trying to rally behind each other and screw Jacob over. I mean, it might be 1 versus 29 here to stop the dynasty.
after the 70-win season.
Jacob's building a team that wants to go 82-0. That's it. That's the draft. We'll make these moves.
So we got 278s is what we're going after for. Larson was an 80, but this guy is 19 years old.
83 for Brand.
So family, we thank you.